Okay guys, it happened to me. The water pump impeller went out while we were out boating and totally overheated my engine. So what I'm going to have to do is pull the engine and either overhaul it or replace it. So I'm in the process of doing that. I couldn't find anything on the internet on what it takes to renew or to pull the engine. So basically you've got to pull your out drive first, and I'm sorry, the lower unit first. This is the lower unit here. This was actually as easy as it gets. There are 6 bolts. You take those off. You take the nut off of these 6 studs. Also remove the linkage here. This is the shift linkage. Take the there's a little shift link that goes right here with a cotter pin. Take that out and remove your stud that slides through your lift mechanism here. And basically all you do is just wiggle your lower unit and it will slide out. That was actually pretty easy. So the next step is I'm going to go in the cabin here and try and remove this engine. Okay, so this is a general overview of the engine. I can just show you just how hot it got. See this exhaust back here? Man, it curled the paint up on that. So got really hot. I'm pretty sure this engine is toast, but I'll check it out. Hopefully it's just I don't know, we'll see. So all this white that you see is where we sprayed fire extinguisher. So I'm going to vacuum that up and then we'll start removing all our peripherals here. Okay, we've got the engine ready to pull. There are 4 engine mounting bolts, 1 on each side at the front, and then there are 1 on each side at the back. I pretty much left everything alone as far as on the engine except the throttle cable. I took off the exhaust risers that you see here on both sides, and a few other little things that just went from the firewall to the engine. So I'm just going to pull the engine as a whole unit here. Got everything loose, and then we'll go from there. Actually, it's probably the most simple engine pull I've ever done. So, and I've probably done probably about 10 engine pulls on different vehicles. I'm not a pro by any means, but I can tell you this was actually pretty dang simple. So don't be afraid if you have to pull the engine on your Larson Senza. This is a 05 model, Larson Senza 18.5. Alright, let's get it hooked up to the crane and I'll show you some different videos. Okay, pulling the engine went easy greasy. I just used a come along, and we're going to pull out from under here. We'll put the engine on the stand, go through it, see what's going on with it. But overall, this was actually probably one of the easiest engine pulls I've ever done in my life. Alright, here we go. Okay guys, we've torn down this engine. I think the last time you saw it, we had pulled the engine. I just simply took the heads off, took the intake manifold, took the heads off, and believe it or not, this sucker looks really good. You can see right here, the engine's not been run very much at all. I don't see any cracks or anything. The heads look good. There's no cracks in it. So what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and replace the valve stem gaskets, just because I know the head did get warm, did get hot. I'm going to replace those valve stem gaskets and our valve stem seals, whatever you call them, and go back with new gaskets up here. I'm not even going to go into the lower end because this top end looks so good. I'm pretty sure the engine's going to be fine. So, but at least I wanted to make double sure that these pistons weren't ruined. I can see with this head gasket right here may be out a little bit. See that right there? I don't know if that's normal or not. I know these other ones aren't. Looks like the head gasket is blown. Yeah, head gasket looks like it's blown right here. So I'm going to replace gaskets and go with it. Oh, I did find whenever I took the seawater pump off that it was bad, and you can see down here, here's where all the debris is, and here's the seawater pump. This is what it looks like. It's shot. So when this thing goes out, it can ruin your whole day and your whole engine. So be sure, and I'm going to replace this thing every year from now on. So, but luckily I was able to shut it down fast enough that we didn't have any catastrophic engine issues. I'm just going to replace the gaskets, put me a new seawater pump impeller in there, and I think the engine's going to be fine. So I'm going to do all that, and I'll try to update this video once I get it back on the water. Okay, we've got a lot of work done today. We've got this engine torn down. I've taken off the vast majority of the carbon buildup in the engine. Got that looking good. You can see the cylinders, they look good. I mean, and the pistons look good. There's no pitting. So the heads, I'm going to go ahead and replace the valve stem seals. They actually look okay to me, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. The engine is 14 years old, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that prophylactically. The valves look really good. Now this is, I haven't even decarbed the valves, but they look really nice. You can see they have a good angle cut on them. There's no pitting anywhere. So overall, I think we avoided a catastrophic engine disaster. So anyway, when I go back with it, the engine will have new seals and it will be decarboned, and hopefully it'll run like new. So I gotta order some gaskets. Alright, thanks for watching. Next will be the video of the thing running. Let's see. Working good, guys. Okay, so there's a picture of it. This is after we ran it. Shoot, we probably ran a couple of hours in it, maybe 3 hours. Had a good time. Everything worked great. Looking back on it, I'm not all that disappointed that this actually happened, because I was able to learn more about this boat than I ever dreamed I would know about. For instance, I've learned that you need to replace the gimbal bearing housing, where those rubber billows that come out of the transom. I didn't even know that existed, so I went ahead and did a whole bunch of prophylactic maintenance on the boat and got it up to date with everything. And I have learned that this engine is very easy to work on, and I've got plenty of room back here in this Senza. So as far as workability on the engine, man, this Senza is about as good as it gets. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys who have actually gotten your boat hot. So more than likely you're going to be fine. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this helps you guys. Keep boating.